Hi there, my name is KA Holt. My published name is KA Holt. I'm the author of books like Rhyme Schemer and House Arrest, Knockout, and Redwood and Ponytail. And Ben B and the Teacher Griefer is my new book that will be out in September. And it's the first in a series of 4 books about the kids under the stairs, which is a class of kids who are in a remedial language arts class after flunking their standardized tests. And they're just trying to figure out middle school and what it's like to be what their teacher calls a divergent learner, which they're all very skeptical about. So I thought I would give you a little bit of a taste of Ben B and introduce you to the characters because I think that they're all pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna just jump in here and that's what we're gonna do. All right, here is part 1. It's called Save Your Server. All right, Ben B. So there's a game in this book. It's called Sandbox. It's a lot like Minecraft. And Ben B in the game is Ben B like B. All right. I don't like to read. There, I said it. Books have too many words. It takes forever to read a page. It takes at least infinity to read a chapter. This is why I have never and will never finish reading a book. It's not that I hate words. I don't. It's not that I hate stories. I don't. It's not even that I hate books. I don't. It's just I don't like to read. It's hard to read. When you're in 1st grade, pretty much everyone has a hard time reading. In 2nd grade, lots of kids still have a hard time. But then in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, the other kids, they figure it out. And when you don't, it's just, ugh. You know, it's not, ugh. You know, it's always makes sense. And when it doesn't, it's actually fun to figure out. You know, it has 0 words. You know, what's the opposite of boring? Sandbox. With every minute I can spare, I build universes. I lead alliances. I save the world. Me, I do that without reading a word. The thing is, unlike other things, you can't fail at Sandbox. It's a fail-free zone. Mistakes become inventions. Accidents become lessons. You don't just imagine the impossible, you make it happen. You bring it to life. So tell me this. If I spend every day bringing the impossible to life, then why can't I figure out how to pass the dang FART? Florida Rigorous Academic Assessment Test. Everyone calls it the FART, even though even I know that's not how you spell fart. This class, you know who we are? We're the fart failures. Dang, son, you have fart failure again? Only cure for that is summer school. If you work hard. Can you work hard? How did I even fail the fart to begin with? We spent so many days last year practicing, studying, practicing more, filling the bubbles, carefully, perfectly, no marks out of line. But something was out of line. My brain, I guess. Because even after all of that, I still failed it. My sharp pencil a torpedo, sinking that test to the bottom of all the other tests, drowning in so many bubbles. At least I'm not drowning all alone. Jordan J, Xavier, Ben Y, Ben B, that's me. Ms. Jackson Summer School, Language Arts, Room 113. All working all summer to keep our heads above this bubbly fart water. Room 113 is not even a room at all. You go through double doors to get to the stairs, and then you don't go up those, you go around them, and then under them. 4 desks crammed in the stairwell. A table for Miss J, a whiteboard on an easel. Make your Harry Potter jokes, we've heard them all. Oh, Benjamin, again? Why do you keep failing? Dad's words turn to icy, stabby spikes that still live in my brain. I hear those words when I wake up, when I'm in class, when I eat lunch, when I go to bed. Fail. Sometimes it shimmers in the air so bright I can almost see it, dancing and laughing at me, pointing at and taunting me, because it knows, just like I know, that I did work hard. I do work hard, and it's never enough. It never is. Never has been, never will be. How do my parents not see that? It's like their eyes are so wide, looking for so many ways I can be better and smarter. They can't actually see what's right in front of them. There is no better. There is no smarter. This is as good as Ben B gets. This is just who I am. Except when I click on my screen, dive into Sandbox, become Ben B instead of Ben B, when I am cloaked in yellow and black, I actually do a good job every day. I build and create, I learn and remember. When I am Ben B instead of Ben B, I am the best of me. I am the smart me. Why can't Ben B be the real me? Why can't Ben B be the one my parents see? Why can't school be like Sandbox? No instructions, no manuals, you just try stuff. Sometimes it works and you make a volcano to protect your private island. Sometimes it doesn't work and you accidentally make a waterfall out of chickens. See? Even when it doesn't work, it's still fun. And you know, I guess I learned stuff too. Jordan laughed so hard when I told him about my chicken fall, he fell right out of his desk. A Jordan fall. You know, Ben Y said, turning around in her chair, a chicken fall is the most divergent idea I've heard in years. Everyone laughed at that. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to Ben Y so you can meet her really quick. Let's see. Actually, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. Here we go. Ben Y. Oh, Ben Y. This is her name when she plays Sandbox. They're renovating the teachers' restrooms. Ms. J's mouth, a tight line, her dangly earrings quiver. This means teachers must use the student restrooms. Her breath comes in short bursts. The tops of her ears glow bright red. And that means I found this. She holds up a sopping wet book. It shakes in her hand, matching the quiver of her earrings. A dance macabre that maybe might just have something possibly to do with me. Uh-oh. I found it, she repeats, lurching toward me. In a toilet! Ms. J slams the book, really slams it, on my desk. I mean, she basically throws it at me. We are paused, like the middle of a game. When you need to stop, strategize, organize, fall back, breathe. Think, self-think. Should I tell her it's not my book, even though I'm the only girl in class? And it's pretty obvious the only girl would be the one to flush a book in the girls' restroom? Should I mention that maybe gender-neutral bathrooms would be useful in the future for a variety of reasons, not just because gender assumptions ratted me out in this particular situation? Should I tell her it fell out of my backpack? Should I tell her someone stole it? Should I act grateful to have it back? Should I just stay quiet? 1,000,000 seconds go past. Ms. J stays paused right here in front of my desk. A tiny bit of splashed toilet water, gross, drips from my chin. Oh my god! Onto my fabulous floral button-down I found for $2 at Stardust Thrift. Ah! Then, boom, the world unpauses. Jordan J whistles, low, long, an up-down noise that we all know means, what the what just happened? Ms. J's angry face melts back to her regular face, and then to a surprised face. Oh my gosh, Benita, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And her hands cross under her arms, as if her armpits can prevent another wet book from flying out. And everyone is so quiet, like sitting at a funeral quiet, and you can hear the drip drip of the toilet water slipping from the book across my desk and onto the floor, and everyone's eyes flash from her to me to the book and back again, an infinite loop in desperate need of a reboot, a Control-Alt-Delete, so we can take a new path, so we can start this moment all over again. All right, now we're going to get a little Jordan J. Here we go. Jordan J is Jordan J Mageddon in the game. All right. And Jordan J talks in this kind of prose poetry. It's not the same as the free verse in other parts of the book, and you'll see why. I heard some of everyone talking about a chicken fall, and I have never heard of a chicken fall, so I had to try to laser pinpoint my mind on their conversation in order to figure out what the heck they were talking about. Turns out they were talking about Sandbox, which is a game I love. So today, before the bell, I was all, hey you guys, talk to me about your chicken falls, because it sounds like maybe even better than the swing set I made where the swings are pigs. Everyone looked at me like I was a pig swing for a minute, and then Ben Y said, hold up. You're Jordan J. Mageddon? And I was like, of course. And she was all, well. And then everyone, except for the quiet guy, said our avatar names, and holy dang, this is like a class full of famous people, except Ben B, holy cow, I saw him play at SBCon 4 last year, and he is legit. Like, if there had been a real life, not just VIP server playing on the big wide screen, he could have, like, signed autographs on people's faces, I bet. Like, everyone in this class loves Sandbox times a million, and we all were talking so fast, and at the same time it got super loud, and Miss J said, I wish you guys could get as excited about reading as you do about video games, and everyone laughed and was like, no way. And even the quiet kid who didn't say his avatar name because he was drawing something that took 110% of his concentration, even he laughed, and he never usually makes a noise at all. He just draws or stares hard in front of his desk like he wants to be invisible or shoot lasers out of his eyes. Or play Sandbox. I bet everyone in the whole world plays Sandbox. Well, everyone except for my dog Spartacus, because she's a dog, and except for my mom, who is a mom and who kind of hates Sandbox. But I bet she'd like it if she'd ever play with me, which she won't, because she's just so busy, Jordan. She has so much to do all the time. Jordan, can't you just turn that off for a second and put away your socks? Actually, probably Mrs. J doesn't play Sandbox either. So, 2 people in the whole world, Miss J and my mom. Well, and Spartacus, who is not a person, but is the smartest dog in the history of ever, so basically a person, but better. So like 2.5 people in the whole world don't play Sandbox. All right, and now here's Xavier. Xavier in the game is Javier. And you can see that Javier's parts in the book are illustrations. This is kind of his journal that he carries around with him. He doesn't like to talk very much. He just likes to draw out his feelings. So he represents himself as a Lucador grackle. So grackle is it's kind of like a crow, and he draws it with this mask, you know, the Lucador masks, the wrestling masks. And that's an idea that I got from a local author, or a local artist here in Austin, Texas. Her name is Christy Stollop, and she makes really cool grackle Lucador paintings and sculptures. So I asked if I could use that in my book, and she said yes, which was awesome. So here's Xavier, and these are Javier's important questions. Number 1, what even is this place? Freshwater, Florida? Try finding that on a map. 2, how did I get here? Who just quits their job and moves cross country other than you, Mom? 3, why is it so bleeping hot here? Freshwater, Florida is like being inside a hot pocket, inside a microwave, inside an oven, inside a volcano that's also wet. 4, can't we just go back home? Stop asking that, Javier. 5, is my teacher actually a stingray? 6, who are these weirdos? Am I a weirdo too? And then this page these are the representations of all the characters in the book, how Xavier sees them. So he's got up here, weirdo alert. And then there's Ben B, who is a bee. He says, you guys, I have all the best ideas. And then Ben Y down here is like this cool Florida Panther. And behind her is this why? Because she's always asking questions. And then here's Jordan J. He's like a little T-Rex, and he's just constantly talking, like, and here is me. This is Javier, the Lucador Raven, he calls himself. I'll just be over here, quiet and invisible, la la la, no one can see me. I am not a weirdo, I am a leaf on the wind. Shh. And then right here is Ms. J. So everyone kind of calls her a stingray or a starfish, or something like that, because she always wears these caftans, you know, and when her arms go out, she kind of has this starfish shape. So he's like, does she sting? Because if she was any kind of a stingray, you know, that wouldn't be awesome to get stung by that. Okay, so that's a little taste. I'll tell you, there are also these cool video game chats in here. I'm trying to find one to show you. So they kind of look like this, where everybody is in Sandbox and they're all chatting. So what's about to happen is that the kids convince Ms. J that for every 10 minutes they read in class, she'll play 10 minutes of Sandbox with them at the end of class. So they're hoping that she'll see that video games aren't a waste of time, and she's hoping they'll learn that reading out loud, while difficult, is still something that is good for them to practice. And anyway, everything kind of, you know, turns into a disaster. And it's fun and funny and different than anything I've written, and I can't wait for it to be out. So Chronicle Books, it'll be out in September. Teachers, if you're watching this and you would like an advanced copy of the book, you can email me, Carrie Ann, KARIANNE at kaholt.com, and I will see what I can do. All right, good luck, everyone. I had fun reading this out loud. Bye.